What's up, everybody? Welcome to the ReCoop. I'm your host, Cooper Daniels, and today is Saturday, December 6th. What's going on? How the fuck are you feeling, folks? Feeling energized? I'm here. The box is small. I'm using OBS, and I'm not gonna lie, it's a little confusing. Let's just be honest here. Let's be honest about the problems I'm having with OBS. Why is it like that? Nobody wants that, bro. What the fuck? Let's make this a little bigger. I'm just a little confused by the OBS. But we're gonna work through it. Today we're here. We're happy. We've got plants. Got that light that I forgot to turn on. And isn't everything just a fucking shit show? Holy shit. Sorry for swearing. Now I moved it over there. It looks off center. Hope I'm moving it the right direction. Yeah. Probably be a little bigger. Yeah, so far from that side. What about that? Is that good? We'll see if that's good. All right, guys. Look, I'm wearing this shirt. I got this hat on. I didn't feel like doing my hair. I got this fucking coffee cup. I'm swearing too much. I hope you can hear me. If you can, if you're here, if you're actually watching this thing right now, then maybe throw a comment in the chat, because I got the chat up here. I'm going to be ranting today. There's going to be no screen sharing. I've got a bunch of things that we can talk about. But obviously, the fuel for a lot of the fun of this show is what I get in the comment section. I know we're going to be under-attended. We're only on YouTube because I can't figure out how to stream to multiple platforms via OBS. And I don't think you can. So I think I would have to link up with something like Restream, and I'm not doing that today. Maybe I'm never doing that. Maybe I'm always going to be here. Or maybe I'll get sick of YouTube and I'll move to Rumble. Or maybe we'll just do it at one place. I'll record it. I'll drop it as looking forward to the rant. I feel your mood. Thank you, caveman. Yeah, Rumble, I don't know, or just stay here. I don't even know. All I'm saying is that I think I'll just do this maybe on YouTube if I can build it back up, build back better. I already have like 4,000 subscribers on YouTube. It would be fun to get that up to 10. So maybe if I just focused on this and didn't play the X game, then maybe I could grow it a little bit over here. But I'm also going to put it as a podcast. Maybe not this episode, because we're just kind of getting our feet wet again. And but yeah, so we're gonna harness this skill of mine to rant and have some fun, because this is the part of this show that I actually enjoy. Some of my favorite videos were the algo rants from way back in the day. I like to rant, and I like to call people out, and I like to have fun. So that's what we're gonna fucking do. That is what we're going to do. The world. Thank you, by the way, Frozen Caveman, to let me know that you can hear me and you're here for the mood. Certainly, the world is a bit of a shit show. Nobody knows what to believe. Everybody is just trying to get by, right? And that's what we're doing. But it might as well have fun. So, look, folks, today I want to talk about some of the biggest news out there. Now that I know that this works, I can actually, even though I'm not going to share my screen, I can, however, get shit to look at on my second monitor. Yeah. So if I get stuck, I can look over here at the news and be like, oh yeah, that's shit. Anyways, so what I'm thinking about today, let's get this up too, actually, now that we're doing this. My homies over at Algorand, the most dedicated crypto investors in all of the land, are struggling with something that I've been calling out for a while, that I have seen that I have thought I have seen. That they're going to uncap the supply. And we'll talk about that. We're going to talk about stuff like Tom Lee's $62,000 price prediction for ETH, all the $250,000 price predictions for Bitcoin. We'll talk about how Sol is angling to get the X payments thing. We're going to talk about girls and their delusions on X. I mean, I might talk about the Clippers. Funny that I'm a Warriors fan and I spend so much time talking about the Clippers. Yeah, we'll talk about anything. Charlie Kirk, Candace Owens. What do you guys want to talk about is the real question. Where the hell did the chat go on my screen? Let's go back over here. I don't see the chat anymore. Oh, chatties, what did I do? Oh, there's a chat. Now, why did you need me to do that? Yo, Django's in the building. Let's go, guys. Happy Saturday. Thanks for showing up. I do know that there is a bit of a delay. No uncapping. Sharko says no uncapping. The Sharko? No, I got to scroll down. Why won't you fucking let me live, chat? Let me breathe, chat. Why are you behind this? Okay. Sorry, guys. I'm just learning this new... You bitch. Meta is giving up on the metaverse. They're like the last persons in the world. Okay, there you go. No uncapping. Shark HP says. We'll see. We're going to talk about that. And I'll give you maybe a surprising take on it that you might not think. You might think I'm just fudding about this cap thing. I don't know, dude. I don't care. I don't even care anymore. But I'll tell you why. I mean, look, I care a little bit. All right, I care a little bit. But I'll tell you why I think it's going to happen and why they are making that calculation. And I'm not going to make a judgment on whether it's the right thing to do or not. But I will present my case because that's what I do. First off, I want to talk about girls on the internet. I need to get laid. Hey, folks, look, I understand you have people like all these, the crypto influencer girls like Lily and all these people. She had a viral tweet. She's got to be excited about that. That was the whole point of the tweet. And it was a list of, delusional and or unrealistic requirements that she has for being with a man, right? What she's looking for. Now, I know that she's trying to trigger people. She's trying to rage bait. She's trying to engagement farm. She's trying to get people so she can get a viral tweet, get paid by Elon. I understand. But I will say first that I do believe that there is truth behind these posts. I think these girls are grinding. They're trying to make some money, and they want a man that will take care of them so they can do whatever the fuck they want. And because they're the prize, they're the big door prize, right? On some level. I'm sure it's not completely that, and I'm sure that there's a down-home girl that just wants to have a family a little bit too, and all that shit too. I don't know. I don't know what the actual truth is, but I do know there is something out there right now, certainly in the West, where women think that all of this is transactional and passionless. Oh, we're going to have sex once a month or once a week, and we're going to, you're going to pay for everything. And you're going to make this amount of money. You're going to be this tall, and you're going to be funny, and you're going to be everything that I've ever dreamt of a man. And you're going to you're going to be all of those things, but for some reason be so damn weak that you're going to revolve around some chick on the internet. Somehow you're going to have everything that every woman is looking for, and be able to achieve a lot of wealth and success, but be so weak-minded that you are going to let your life revolve around some egal. That's not going to happen, folks. But the thing is that I think that chicks want this in some level, right? They want that perfect guy. And then they're all fighting over the same 25 guys. And then those 25 guys know it. So they just go out there banging. They're going to leave. They're going to do what they want to do. And when you don't do what they want you to do, they're going to skirt. They're going to leave. And that's what's going to be your life. And then you're going to lose your looks. And then you're going to be invested in Cardano and you're going to be broke. So I don't know. All I'm saying is this, is that it's a delusional thing, but it is an effective thing to get people like me to respond to it. And if you're out there and you're watching and you're some dude being like, man, I'm never going to get a chick, all these fucking superficial, wants money. Well, that's not true. That's not real life. That's a crypto girl. Real life is a girl wants you to make her feel special. She wants to be attracted to you. She wants you to have a job. You know, she wants you to be able to take her out to dinner and be able to provide some sort of life. But she's a 21st century chick. She wants to have a job and contribute. She's going to pick up some of the dinners, right? That's what's going to happen. She'll pick up some of the dinners. She realizes that you're working hard and she wants you to want some relief. She's going to blow you. You know what I mean? She's going to do the things. You got to meet her. Maybe she's not going to be perfect looking. Maybe she's not going to have big old massive titties and a small waist. But she's out there. So, but I do actually on this like core level, there is something that does trigger me about this because I do believe that the West is fucked and we aren't, like Elon maybe not having as many kids. Not me. I'm having plenty. But we're not having as many kids as we probably should. And I do believe it is this like culture of these women wanting, you know, it's just money. It's just chasing that kind of comfort and that safety that they're getting. The safety that we used to get from a man hunting and protecting, the safety now is in dollars, right? Or lots of crypto or whatever. That's the safety that they're seeking. But the thing is that power and money corrupts, right? So these men that just have tons of money know that they can buy whatever they want, including women, because you guys are all so transactional. So you're not going to hold on to anybody that you think you want, and then you're going to let pass by all the guys that would actually treat you like a queen. I don't want that for you. I want you to be somebody's special person that feels excited, that makes you want to reproduce, settle down, have some fun in a family environment. And do the things. And if you don't want to have a family, then don't. I guess not. Then it's not for you. But I'm old enough to see, and I've seen enough that guess what, ladies? If you keep on avoiding that kind of more traditional outcome, then you end up that lady that's by herself on pills at the bar or wherever you're at. And it's sad. And you're just looking for now your pool is a bunch of guys that have been through divorces and, it's just a bunch of broken people trying to just get some company so they don't die alone. Don't do that. Is that fun? Is that what you come here for? You and the 7 men that are watching right now, is that what you want? It's okay. So look, folks. What do we talk about? We have Tom Lee saying that in not so long, ETH is going to be $62,000. Now, he's obviously talking his book, but who doesn't talk their book? Everybody talks their book. Okay, that's just a thing. And he's he's probably underwater, right? Because he was buying it up to all those higher levels. But I got to say, the people that I know that are in traditional finance and very successful at it, they're buying ETH. On some level, on the ETF level. So it's interesting because it does seem like the traditional financial sector is moving to this layer of the internet, Ethereum. So 62,000 seems crazy, but I don't think 6,200 sounds that crazy. So I am bullish. I don't know what short term is going to be, but if you can manage it and hold it and, not leverage yourself up too much, I don't know. It seems like all right. I do think that Bitcoin, now the thing is now we're in this like gold Bitcoin situation when gold got the ETF and how they manipulated it. Now, are they going to be able to do that? And for how long with Bitcoin. You have sovereign wealth funds like Abu Dhabi. You have all of these buyers, right? But they're able to, with all of the futures contracts, all the shit, all the derivatives, they're able to manipulate a little bit. But at some point, that dam probably breaks. Another good idea. Then you have something like Sol, right? Solana. They're in the mix. I don't know how well they're going to do. I don't know how their follow through is going to be. I don't know who it is that's holding so much of this. It's been pretty shady. The behind the scenes, the tokenomics, the token holders, what they did with Sam Bankman-Fried, what all those dudes, are playing the game with Solana. I don't know how that shakes out and how the price holds up, but they're in the mix, and they're going to be the more retail alt of ETH. ETH is no longer an alt. ETH is its own thing. Solana is the number one contender to be the alt to ETH. This is just what it is. This isn't what I want it to be necessarily. It's just what it is. At some point, I think we all need to just chill and be able to decipher what it is and what it is that we want it to be. Right? And you're allowed to want it to be something different. You're allowed to work for something different, but you need to know what it is in order to successfully make it be something different, right? And what it is right now is that Solana is the alt to ETH. It is the platform for retail. It's where the meme games are going to go if memes ever get to catch a bid again. It's where different businesses are going to want to link up and get their help, because they seem very willing to partner up with big partners and then build the thing for them. There's rumors that they are pushing hard to be the backbone of the X payment system, to build it. Yeah. It's insane. It's good. Look, it's bullish. It's fucking bullish. And then you have, as you go down the list, you have other things. You have Cardano, which XRP. Let's start with XRP. It's higher up there. I think it's even still above Sol. I don't know. Look, the bull case, in my opinion, as somebody that is looking from the outside and owns probably 100 XRP or something, is that their guys are well capitalized because they sell XRP a lot, and they're well connected. And so there is a world where they become some sort of facilitator, and they're buying lots of things with the money that they get from selling XRP. So you could believe in this thing, but I just don't see it. I don't see with the advent of stable coins, I just don't see why it even matters. I don't even see why everybody's so damn bearish on Bitcoin as a medium of exchange. Everyone's like, okay, fine, it can't quite scale to the point. But like right now, if you wanted to send $1 million of Bitcoin to a Saudi terrorist, you could do it almost instantly for like 25 cents. I'm not advocating sending any money to terrorists. I'm just joking. But what I'm saying is that it works well. I sent some Bitcoin recently, and it happened literally when I went to go check the other thing. It was there, and it cost me 13 cents. That obviously varies, and there's going to be scaling solutions. And then also with the privacy thing, it's like your wallet's creating new things. Like unless you're really creating new addresses, unless you're really needed to be tracked, they're gonna I don't know, dude. Bitcoin is going to figure out privacy, and it's going to figure out a decent solution to scalability. It is the hard money, the capped supply. It is, if they can just keep this from being cracked from quantum computing, Bitcoin is a fucking marvel, dude. It is a motherfucking miracle. And we get so in the weeds in crypto that we want something better. We want to be in early on something else. We want to ride something from the bottom to the top. We're so determined to do that. And especially if you missed Bitcoin in the double digits or triple digits, and now you've been buying it since 10, like me or something like that didn't catch it that early. You want to find something good and better and like that will really, revolutionize the world. And that's how I ended up at something like Algorand, right? But and my experience with Algorand has been up and down, obviously. Algorand has an insanely great community for how poorly that token has performed. That community is still alive, it's kicking, and it's struggling right now because the leadership is stale and uninspiring. We had Silvio, which was an MIT professor. He's an old Italian man, and that man could inspire. Even somebody like W. Sean Ford, he was able to inspire in some ways. John Woods had his own way of being inspirational in a way. So there was some magic there. Now it's just a bunch of boring bankers not doing anything and not having any clue how to connect with the people that are around, right? That's what it's become. Now, you can look past all that if it's delivering results. And in some ways, Algorand is delivering some results, right? There was some, whatever these things are called. I don't even remember anymore. Some like, it's just like climate change stuff and quantum computing, quantum ledgers, quantum secure. They're doing interesting work with quantum computing. That's good. There's these like real world things. It seems like they're kind of doing it. It's good. But then you have these people that nobody actually trusts talking about uncapping the supply. And a lot of people are like, why? Why would you uncap the supply? You've had plenty of money and we don't like the results you did with that plenty of money. So why would we uncap the supply, risk so much so you could have more money to continue to spend on shit that we don't like? I think that is the general consensus, even of people that are still supportive and hopeful for Algorand. I'm like, why would we do that? Why would we do that for you? Now, if you bring in somebody awesome, somebody inspirational, somebody able to deliver the message saying that the past is the past, and now we're going to, we have to do this because these last two administrations of the Algorand Foundation were absolutely careless. Some of it was borderline criminal, other stuff was borderline incompetence, and some of this stuff is okay and we can build from there, but we have much bigger things that we want to do. We're going to need some capital. We're going to need algo to be able to be secure. Our narrative is quantum secure with a public that is able to, it's easily accessible to running nodes. We're going to have to reward that for many, many years. Our transaction fees want to stay low, so we're going to need more algo. We're going to need to uncap it, and then they're going to have some like beautiful speech. They're going to talk about stuff. They're going to make you feel like they really understand the industry, and then a lot of people are going to be like, okay, fuck it, dude, go do it, do something, right? And then they're going to do it. And then people will not like it and they'll leave. And then a lot of people will be like, well, I'm going to stick around because this guy seems awesome or this gal seems awesome. Because look, the way it's going right now is that there does seem to be some partnerships. There's just chess and there's like the sustainability certificates for Staples Canada. I don't even know what is Staples Canada? Let's look up what Staples Canada is. The fuck is Staples Canada? Is it just Staples? I don't think it is. I guess it is. Staples. Oh, so it is just Staples. Staples Canada Algorand. See how I do my research, guys? Bullfrog Power launches sustainability certificates. Bullfrog Power. Bullfrog Power announced a tokenized environmental pilot program for Bullfrog environmental tokens issued on the Algorand blockchain. Staples Canada, a Bullfrog Power customer for over a decade, is participating in the pilot as the first company to adopt Bullfrog. This is actually kind of bull. See, this is okay. This shit's okay. I actually don't mind this. Bullfrog Power offers innovative and sustainable energy solutions that help thousands of businesses and individuals meet their climate goals. Since 2005, Bullfrog Power has transformed Canada's energy landscape by providing the country's first green energy option for businesses and individual customers. So this type of shit, it's good. It's good. I don't know what Algorand paid for this or if they're just doing it for free. I don't know what the deal is, but it's something. This is my point, is that there is something. There is stuff. And it seems like Algorand wants to be the adult in the room. It wants to be the adult in the room. It wants to do shit like this. It's left-leaning. And it's good. I mean, look, I'm all for sustainability. I'm all for renewable energy. I'm not some guy that hates all that shit. But I just don't think it's anybody. I don't think anybody really gives a shit. Sorry. I don't think anybody really gives a shit about the retail holder of Algorand. I don't think that they care. I think that they think we've got to do what we've been doing. And we have to build this out. And it's not about providing value to the token holders. We could care less about the token holders. All we're doing is dumping the token because we could give a fuck about the token. We're going to uncap the supply and the token's going to go down from here. So we should sell it now and capitalize ourselves as much as that we possibly can for when we uncap the supply and then the token fucking falls and then we can start building what we want to build. I'm still streaming, right? I am, right? Yeah, I am. So they're going to build what they want to build. That's what I'm saying. And uncapping the supply and hurting token holders is not their concern. They don't give a shit. They don't care about you. They don't care about now. In the end, when the token goes down because they uncap the supply and they sell the shit out of it to capitalize themselves so they can do more shit like the chess thing and the bullfrog thing is, they're here. What's up, Jersey Crypto? Then they are, I'm sorry, I lost my fucking train of thought. But my train of thought is that will be the time to buy. Is once they announce that they're going to uncap the supply because maybe they actually have a plan. And maybe there are things that are working. I mean, this shit can be good. You know what I mean? I don't know how it's going to provide value to people. I mean, if they're going to continue to build things for free, borderline pay people to let them build for them, that's obviously not going to make algo holders a lot of money because they're selling the token. They're not, Stacy's not cutting a check. I mean, for some reason, they have all of this cash from selling selling so much of algo, and they continue to seemingly continue to sell in order to fund these things. So all I'm saying is that I'm not against Algorand. I'm not against there's cool shit for retail still. You have Folks Finance was born on Algorand. It's now cross-chain. You have Alpha Arcade. It's a good prediction market. It needs more people, but it's a good prediction market. You have builders like Transaction Labs with their Haystack app and their NF domains and just like very passionate, great, artists and builders and community members and all this shit, right? It's all good. And I don't know anything about the CTO. He comes from XRP. I don't know. I don't want to pass any judgment on him. I don't really know. I mean, I haven't really seen any activity online that is super inspiring from him, but that's fine. It's fine just as long as it works. I guess my main thesis is this. I'm not giving up on Algorand. I think that they're going to uncap the supply. And I think that they don't care if you capitulate because I think that they know and they think that they're not going to get to where they want to go unless his price goes down and they are able, or by making it uncap supply. Now, there are reasonable ways to uncap a supply where it doesn't just flood the market and all this, et cetera, et cetera. But what it does do, what uncapping the supply certainly does, which is going to make a lot of people capitulate, is that for the longest time, there's been a very dedicated community, very passionate community. Anybody that says anything, is out there on Twitter in the trenches, defending Algorand, fighting with people, trying to convince people, trying to promote the platform, all this shit. And they thought they owned a certain percent of the total supply of algo. They were like, I own my percent. That can't change. I own this much of the blockchain. So if it ever takes off, I am going to see the returns that I believe, my belief will be rewarded. When they see that they own a dwindling percent of that total supply, they're going to be pissed. So I don't know how they're going to navigate this. With all my heart, all the good things that they're doing, I believe, and Stacy can stay on the board, but I believe that they need a new leader and they need it so damn fast. They need it so damn fast. I'm sorry, Stacy, you're not inspiring anybody, like literally anybody. You're just not. And if you tell me that she inspires you, I believe that you're lying. She's just not. She's just not inspiring. She's just not. She's nice, kinda. She's nice when she wants to, when she likes you. She's nice. But I also think that she's probably kind of vicious, which might be good. It could be good. Maybe there's a plan that we don't know anything about and that she's going to do. Maybe that's the thing. But at some point for many years, you got to be like, all right, dude, like what's going on? It just seems like conflict between you and the community, and it's just underwhelming announcements and underwhelming results over and over and over again. It's just like you start to think that people are going crazy. Anyways, enough of that. Yeah, and that was something that I said, dude. I said, so Jersey Crypto 7322 says they should have raised the transaction cost last bull run like I told them to. Would have earned them the capital they are trying to do now by diluting the coin. Yes, now this is obviously, there's a catch-22, like raising, but the thing is that you can double the transaction fee of Algorand right now. I mean, it won't be that much money, to be honest, because the transaction fees don't really amount to much. But you could quadruple, you could 5x the transaction fees right now, and it wouldn't be noticeable for the most part. Now, I guess what a lot of people out there would say is that yes, but if I have a platform that wants many micro transactions and each action needs all of these different transactions or whatever the thing is that it will add up over time. It makes my thing not sustainable on Algorand, and it'll make you want to go to one of these more these cheaper blockchains. But the transaction fee on Algorand is so damn low that you could 5x it, and most people and most builders wouldn't even notice it. But yes, I was calling for, I always thought that a transaction fee raise was more sensible than uncapping the supply. But I'm also like here from Bitcoin. You know what I mean? Like I'm here from being like a Bitcoiner and being like, oh, I like that algo's capped. I don't like that ETH isn't. I don't like that Sol isn't. You know, it was something that I liked. People can poke holes in that thinking, but it was something that I liked. Yeah. So there's that. What else? Oh man. I don't know how closely you guys follow me on Twitter. Follow me on Twitter or X. Please, at @Coop_Daniels. Follow me over there if you're not already. And then also, by the way, if you're not subscribed here, please subscribe here. And let's get this thing rolling again. The show's gonna get a little different. Pablo, I like knowing how many total coins there are. Yeah, me too, Pablo. Like, what's going on, dudes? Like, The thing is that people bring up, oh, ETH, Solana, but you knew what that was. When you started investing in ETH and Solana, you knew what that was. And when you started investing in Algorand, you knew what that was. And a lot of people chose Algorand because they're like, okay, this thing is fast. This guy, Silvio, is brilliant. And I know that there's only going to be 10 billion of these tokens. And so as we get closer to being fully distributed, if the network takes off, then I'm going to, my cut is never going to change. And I will, the price can move parabolic. And then I've made a good decision. But if you lead me along for 4 years, and then you're like, oh, no, 10 billion, just kidding. Sorry, we got to do it. Then you're going to get pissed because you're like, well, fuck you, bro. Even if it's the right thing, that's the thing. So we're going to try. We're going to try to navigate this. And I'll keep it real. And, if somebody convinces me otherwise, then maybe we'll sing a different tune about that. But I want Algorand to win. I want all of you guys that are in Algo to win. I do. I want it. Yeah. Man, are you guys following the world? I know it's hard not to, but it's weird. Somebody that is not, I don't have a political side, right? I don't have a political side. I really don't. I really am just independent. You heard me say that I'm not like some guy that just thinks that climate change is a hoax. I'm not that. But I'm also not some guy that thinks that, we should be giving puberty blockers, succumbing to kids, like being brainwashed about, things like that, or, trans and sport, all this stuff. But I support transgender people. You know what I mean? Like, fucking do it. I don't care. I don't care what you do. I don't care what you do, but I do care what you do to kids. Damn. And also, this whole pedophilia thing. Fuck, man. What is going on? You know what it is that a long time ago, I just think that little boys and shit like that it was just almost commonplace for there to be, it was just like pedophilia, like in the churches and, different religious powerful people. They had these eunuchs and all this crazy shit that I really don't know a whole lot about. But what I don't think we really understood is that a long time ago, we decided collectively that is disgusting, rightfully. But all of these power structures were like, okay, but they just kept doing it. And they justify it because of the history of it being okay, I guess. But what you're doing to children, what you're doing to underage girls, teenage girls and whatever, little boys, little girls, all of this crap is just fucking disgusting. And I think it's so much more prevalent than we really want to believe. And we're finding out that it's more important to protect these predators to the government. We thought that we had this one team coming in that was going to expose this. And now we've realized, oh shit, dude, there's just one team. It's just one team. And their objective is not to protect the victims of the abuse. Their objective is to protect the abusers from the repercussions of their abuse, because they have some sympathy with those instincts, even if they're not like them, even if they're not acting on that disgusting behavior. It seems like they have sympathy for those people because A, they probably pay their bills, or B, they have dirt on them, or C, they just know and they're like, I don't want that guy to go away forever in jail. He's built a big life. He's got lots of money. He's got a lot of people. Blah, blah, blah. I don't think he deserves it for having sex with a 13-year-old girl because she was after puberty. I think that this is just what they think. And they can't say that out loud, so they don't. But now they're flailing. And then, you know, as a guy that's, you know, I'm of age, you know what I mean? I can go to the store and they usually don't ask me for my ID. And when they do, I go, what's wrong with you? Look at my fucking beard. But it's fine. You know, sometimes they ask me. But I'm a man that's seen a lot, you know, and I was never a conspiracy guy. You know, I would look at Candace Owens back in the day and be like, okay, girl, whatever, dude. Or I would, you know, people talk about how, you know, the CIA killed JFK, and I didn't know. I didn't really think about it, to be honest. I didn't, you know, or Martin Luther King, you know, what happened to him, or what, you know, what the almost assassinations of other presidents, and, you know, all of this stuff. It's really common sense guy like me that just really wants to focus on making money, having a family, and, you know, being creative and enjoying my life and being good to people. It's really my objective in life. Is getting caught into this because I'm like, holy shit. The fuck? This shit's not real. Like, and it sucks because it's only going to get worse. It's only going to get worse. But now it's like, I don't believe that the Trump assassination was real. I don't know what the fuck this Charlie Kirk thing is, but it looks, I mean, it stinks to all hell. All hell. That shit stinks. I don't believe any of this shit. What are they doing? And what are they protecting? What's, I mean, Candace Owens going on about the French and like the Egyptian planes, like, and then the reactions from the people that are defending against, you know, her accusations are so emotional and such bullshit. It's not good. It's making her look good. What they're doing is making her look more credible. And then it's like, you know, they have this impossible hurdle because Charlie Kirk loved Candace Owens. And she clearly loved him back. I mean, I'm not talking romantically, but they had a love for each other. And it, as a person that observes behavior, as a person that has an incredible, personally, I believe, incredible bullshit meter, it seems like she's really fighting to find out what really happened to Charlie Kirk. So it's not real? I mean, and then there's also, even when that happened, I'm like, oh, so the fucking guy with the tranny. I mean, it's just like, shut up. Nobody, you are, and then they count on it. You know, they count on our ability to just move the fuck on. But this thorn in their side right now refuses to move on. And if you think that she's doing this for clicks, I just don't believe it. I don't believe it. I'm not saying she's perfect, for fuck's sakes. Absolutely not. But I don't believe that. I believe that she's fighting for her friends, to find justice for her friend. That's what I believe. And I don't even know who to point my finger at. I don't even want to point fingers at it. I just can't believe how fucking shitty this has gotten. And how incredibly worse it's going to get. We got these psychopaths. We have, I mean, look, Elon Musk has done a lot of great things. He's not about Elon Musk, so good. He created so much stuff. He's so rich, so great, so beautiful. I get it. It's fine. It's good. The Teslas are nice. You know what I mean? He's going to give us all robots and fucking, and then some evil. I mean, literally his future. We have the richest man in the world, the richest man in history, manifesting an absolutely dystopia. We have the richest person in the world manifesting a fucking dystopia, where there's no prisons and we have a fucking robot companion. Shut the fuck up, bro. Mars, shut up. Shut the fuck up. Figure out energy and stopping nuclear war or something. There's no dream. He talks about, oh, we need to dream. We need to think bigger. There's no dream. That's a dream. The dream of Mars doesn't fucking resonate, dude. Maybe to a handful of nerds, it resonates. But you know what fucking resonates is people figuring out how to keep AI from making us all these fucking drooling dog shit fucking humans that are just locked up in our apartments, stuck to our phones, getting some fucking government check, and excellence is dead. Creativity is dead. And freaking a will to work is dead. You see it in younger generations. Nobody wants to fucking work anymore. Like, what is going on? Constant looming wars. We get the no war president. Now we're fucking bombing Venezuela. And it's just escalating in Russia. None of these people are any good. They're all the same. It's a uniparty, and it's controlled by who? I don't know. But the people that control the money, I suppose. And they just want to get richer. What is wrong? What is wrong? What is so wrong with your childhood that all you give a fuck is about getting richer and maintaining power? Why don't you want to see humanity thrive? Why do you want to kill humanity? Why do you want to end it, basically? What is wrong with you? If that's what you want. I think AI is going to be a major problem, obviously. I mean, we all think that. It's going to be a major problem where deep fakes are going to become. We're going to need to solve proof of humanity. We're going to need incredible virtue-filled people to be able to let humanity survive in this bleak era of where you go on Twitter and it's just a bunch of bots and foreign influence campaigns and a bunch of people trying to manipulate you. You have Elon Musk talking about children being manipulated when he runs social media campaign that is constantly filled with propaganda and bullshit and manipulation tactics. We think we have this freedom, technology, blockchain, Bitcoin. We do. And then it gets co-opted by these powerful people in some way. I don't believe that. I'm hoping that Bitcoin can't be co-opted in a way that it hurts it, fatally. But, just enriching themselves, putting a stench on the crypto industry because of the grift at the highest levels of power. It hurts it. It sucks because you could have just done it kind of chill. You know what I mean? Chill. Actually believe in the shit, not just making yourself the richest person in the world through it. When you have all the cards. Which is, minimally better than the on death's door donkey that let Elizabeth Warren run his fucking his administration, who is the biggest hypocrite bullshit artist out there. I think we're seeing the rise of, and then you move to religion, right? I think that this is going to do. All of what I'm saying is just going to create, it's going to be a rise in religion. It's going to be a rise in people becoming religious. I think Christianity is going to catch a bid. I think Christianity is catching a bid right now. And Islam is probably catching a bid. And, I don't know that, the Jewish faith is pretty insular. But I guess they all are. But I'm just saying, I think right now people are being like, okay, we need a bigger purpose. We need to believe in something. We need to survive. We need to freaking, if we need to nurture anything, we need to nurture humanity and the value of it. I think as AI continues to freaking get more sophisticated and everybody has to, I think this is a bullish thing for me, is that as everybody doesn't know what's real and what's not, I think us people that have been around for a while and have been a public person that have a track record where you can go look at old videos where he's been before, where I've been before AI, and you see me popping off and telling the truth. When I'm doing that post AI, you'll be like, no, that's him. He's fucking telling the truth. And I'll figure out whatever, albeit with technology, I'll figure out how to prove to you guys that I'm a human still. And I will continue to tell the fucking truth because the truth is dying. And if it's not dead, it smells funny. You know what I mean? It's starting to stink. So you got, it's fucking, it's you know, there's something, it's got fucking some, you know, the truth has got a funk to it right now because it's sick. Needs to drink more water. You know, go for a run. The truth needs to go for a run, drink some more water because it's funky right now. It smells like a fucking dead rat. And we need to fucking prop it back up, and we need to get people back to giving a fuck about humanity. We need to get people back, you know, we need to get women back to not thinking that $10 million is the minimum amount of money that their partners need to have. We need to, we know these checklists of, look, I'm a 6'5", fucking beautiful chinned man with enough money and a lot of funny as hell, you know, and smart as a fucking whip. What is this? What is this saying? I am what most of these bitches want. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Hey man, I'm what these bitches want, bro. How the fuck it? You know what I mean? Well, I get all settled down, get all 4 kids with it one trick, but man, I am what these bitches want. You know what I mean? What am I even talking about? Uncle Ricky Sticks. Come on over to these bitches' house, 6'5", 19-inch cock. Won't even fit, baby. You're gonna be fucking me once a week because yo shit gonna hurt, you know what I mean? That's why we're fucking once a week. Just because of the soreness. I'll give you some Advil and a cold compress, you know what I mean? Guys. How are we doing? Oh man, hey, look, I'm back. Let's see, we got Jersey Crypto, uncap the supply and implement a coin burn with certain transactions. Exactly, it's going to be if you're still watching, it will be something like that. You uncap the supply and there'll be a burn, which will keep it balanced and from being overly inflated. All right, guys. Well, look. It's gonna take a while for this to take off. Please, you know, if you're out there and you have time on your hands and you think something that I say is poignant or funny and you want to do me a solid and clip it and post it, I will definitely follow you. I will definitely amplify your post to the best of my ability on X. If you're not following me on Twitter, please follow me there. And then when I say, hey, I'm going to go do a rant, like it, share it, let's build this thing back, you know, let's build it back because right now, you know, I've been doing the show the same way for so long and it's worked good sometimes and it's worked not so good other times. It's fine. It's fine because I haven't been overly consistent and I know that that's the death of this. But I will say that I enjoyed this and I will prepare these. I'm not going to do them every day. I'll prepare these talking points and then I'll eventually clip out things and I'll put things on the screen. And it'll look more like those algo rants of the past. I'll do some interviews, I suppose. I don't think that OBS is good for interviews though, is it? OBS is like this whole beast, man. I've just started trying to use it. How do you have my logo? Do I have the logo on? I don't have the logo on the screen. You bitch. That's why. That's really big. Okay, wait, hold on. We're gonna need to make that smaller next time. I can't wait. I can't see shit. It's so big, like crooked. I can't wait for it to show up on my second screen where I see it. So yeah, look, folks, if you can like this I'm just going to leave it like this for the end of the show. We're almost done. If you can like it here on YouTube and follow me on Twitter, like my post on Twitter, help me get the word out on the rant. I'm going to structure these a little bit, and I'm going to hone my ranting skills. I'm obviously out of practice. It's all over the place today, but I hope the spirit came through. I hope the handful of you that were made the journey over here to watch it enjoyed it, found some value in it. I know I'm talking all over the place, so I know that some of you are going to disagree with some of the stuff that I say, and then all of a sudden you're going to be like, fuck, but I agree with that. So just let me be, just don't worry about it. Don't worry about me agreeing with everything that you think. Stop worrying about that in life. Stop worrying about people agreeing with everything you think, because they're not going to. And if they are, they're lying to you, or they don't have a backbone. And they'll just believe whatever you want them to believe. And that's not good. It's not good. So we're gonna need spaces like this. Am I the best person? No, probably not. But we're gonna need spaces like this where somebody pops off. You can say whatever the fuck you want. You can disagree with me. You can disagree with me all you want. And I'll love you back, baby. If you disagree with me in the comments and you're not just a fucking twat about it, I'm gonna be happy. I'm gonna be happy to engage. I might tell you you're wrong, and then you might tell me I'm wrong. But then I bet you if I keep talking for 10 minutes, you're going to be like, oh, but he's right about that. That's what I'm talking about. Let's be fucking honest. Let's be human. Fucking go love somebody. Don't worry. Just as long as they're not, okay, look, I understand that there's a epidemic, right? So if you were this guy, listen to me, guys. If you were this guy, you can be this guy, but you're not going to attract a woman. If you're a guy that never goes out, eats like shit, smokes weed all day, and just plays video games, don't expect a hot woman to come into your life. It won't happen. And don't have a job, right? You can smoke weed, play video games, and have a job, and then you can definitely find a girl that likes that. It'll be hard, but especially the younger generation. My generation, that's going to be harder to find. At my age, that's going to be a hard thing. If I'm just a weed-smoking gamer that has a little job, women in my vicinity, I'll have to go much younger in order to find somebody. But, you know, you younger dudes can do that, and they understand. A lot of those girls play games, too. The girls my age, and by the way, if I were to ever leave my wife, I would not be dating girls my age. Did I say that out loud? Sorry. Just kidding. Oh, thank God she doesn't watch this. But anyways, if you don't have a job and you're constantly high and you're lame and you're always just like, you know, trading crypto and losing and winning, but not really good at it, well, okay. And then, you know, the girls aren't going to like you. If you have a job and you care and you love and you feel good and you get out in the world and you are able to have a little fun, you can find a good chick. You don't need to be a multimillionaire and all that shit. I don't even know. What was my fucking point? Other than, of course, I'm just saying, like, as we move away from when, you know, the times of old, like, you know, pre-2000, the 90s, you know, I know the 90s, you know, in the late 80s. And it was a simpler time for sure. And people were just people navigating this. Now it's so different, but we really need a reversal, like a reverse card being like, all right, we're tripping. We've been tripping. We need to go back to truth. We need to go back to honesty. And the most cliche thing that I could possibly say is that we have to move back into love, dude. Like, fucking go and be passionate. You know what I mean? Be passionate. Like, write a fucking love note or some shit. You know what I mean? Sing a fucking song. Pick up the guitar. Learn how to play the guitar and sing a song write a song for a chick. Like, get back in the game, folks. Like, do the things of old. You know what I mean? Like, freaking surprise her with something. I don't know. Like, get back in the game. Like, if you're outside of the game with a withering dick and wondering if you're ever going to find love, you got to get back in the game with the heart. The logo never showed up. I can't imagine this is that behind. All right, guys. Hey, Cap Hits, thank you, man. Another masterpiece, Coop. I appreciate it. Yeah, we're going to do this again, and I'm not going to just rush to do this again. I'm going to sit back, and I'm going to think about things that I want to say. Today was kind of a knocking, taking a pick to the rust, trying to scrape it. We're trying to figure it out. There's a new streaming platform, a little more complicated, a little, a lot more I can do, but oh, there it is. Oh, it is that behind. Holy shit. This is like 5 minutes from when I put that up. Huh. Why is this so delayed, man? Anyways, folks, I love you like you got big titties. I believe in you. And let's hang out again. All right? Let's hang out again. It'll be, I think we're going to shoot for like a weekend thing. And then I'm also I need to make some videos. I'll do recorded videos that are edited, and, I'm going to do a job too, like help market some things and hopefully make a little money doing this, fully disclosed and all that shit. I'm not a big token pumper. I've never been a token pumper. Anytime that I've ever taken a marketing gig was just to market the product, not the token. And my virtual short, Devin, is indeed coming, folks. Your boy's going to do it. So if you do want to participate in that, I fucking think the Devin token on Sol right now, I might have like a $4,000 market cap. I haven't looked in like a month. It's certainly not as dead as that, because I am going to be making Devin, and I will be trying to figure out a way to reward the holders. But I don't actually give a fuck if you buy it. I really don't care. At this point, if I make good content, then that should bring value to the token. All right, folks. I appreciate you. I'm glad to be back. Thank you for the familiar faces in the chat. Make sure everybody that's here, if you didn't chime in, it's fun. Bring the chat. If you're trying to promote something, I'll read it. I'll have some fun. We'll have some fun in the chat. I'll be back at some point later this week. And then very soon, I'll be releasing videos just on YouTube. Fuck it. Let's just do YouTube for now. I'll release some edited videos. I want to do a video for Folks Finance. And yeah, we'll see who else. All right, buddy. Buddy? All right, buddy. Hey there, buddy. Good job there, buddy. Have a good rest of your Saturday. I'll see you soon. And yeah, peace.